Hey guys, Bass and Ramos, and this Sunday night, Miami Dolphins will be facing the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field, October 22nd, 8:20 p.m. is the kickoff. Sunday night football for the Dolphins, second time this season, and second time on the road this season for Sunday night football. So, I want to see a night game at home. That would be fun. I know the Dolphins have a guaranteed Monday night one against the Tennessee Titans December 11th, but who's counting? I'm not. Uh, really quick, let's get into some gambling odds. We have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are favored by 3 points on the spread, and then money line is plus 135 for Miami Dolphins, minus 160 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Over under set at 51 and a half. According to ESPN's matchup predictor, Dolphins are favored to win 58.5% to the Eagles 41.2%. Weather at kickoff is expected to be at 62 degrees. At the time of recording, we're about almost 24 hours away from kickoff, so hopefully I can get it in within the first 24 hours. I don't think I'll turn this video quick enough around, but injuries. We have Alec Ingold, fullback, questionable with a foot injury. Xavier Howard, cornerback, questionable with a groin injury. Big news I haven't talked about in terms of previews and post-game reviews because it's happened in between. Jalen Ramsey got activated onto the practice window, the 21-day practice window for injured reserve, but still dealing with the knee injury. But so far, so good. I haven't heard anything bad coming from Dolphins camp, whether or not he's regressing, and that's all nothing but great news. But timetable to return could be possibly after the bye, after the Munich game, after the Frankfurt game. Connor Williams, guard, questionable for groin injury. Christian Brooks, running back, on injured reserve with an ankle injury, and that's the only ones that haven't been updated for the Miami Dolphins. A lot of injuries for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna go within the last month. So Bradley Roby, cornerback, out with a shoulder injury. He's a cornerback. Reed Blankenship, safety, out with a ribs injury. Quez Watkins, wide receiver, on injured reserve. Justin Evans, safety, on injured reserve with a knee injury. Cam Jurgens, center, is on injured reserve with a foot injury. And Avonte Maddox, cornerback, is out on injured reserve with a pectoral. Everyone else was before even camp. Roderick Johnson, Zach McPherson, and Sean Bradley, linebacker. Guys, Dolphins have a big task ahead of them in this Philadelphia Eagles team. They're not unstoppable, as we saw last week. They got handed their first loss to the New York Jets last week, and I was really hoping the Dolphins would have a crack at them while they were still undefeated. Very famously in the past, Miami Dolphins have faced undefeated teams and beating them, a la the 1985 Chicago Bears. That team went on to win the Super Bowl, but they had a blemish on the record, and it was losing to the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football back in 1985. I wasn't around for that, obviously. Too young for that. But it definitely was a big moment in this franchise's history as they were able to protect a record that is theirs and will hopefully forever be theirs. And I'm assuming that's forever going to be theirs. Only team that ever got close was the New England Patriots, who made it all the way to the Super Bowl and then lost to the New York Football Giants. Let's talk about how the Miami Dolphins can win this game. Miami Dolphins have to contain overall the running game. Running game for Philadelphia Eagles is their bread and butter. If they can get the running game going, it's going to be a long night for the Miami Dolphins defense. So priority number one is stopping that running attack for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not saying that when they pass the ball, they're not great, because Jalen Hurts, I think very highly of Jalen Hurts as a quarterback, and he has the weapons there to help him out in Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. Those two are absolute unit as a tandem for in the receiving game. They also have Dallas Goedert as a tight end who's pretty good. Not so great on my fantasy team, though, I'll say that. Aside from that, stopping the running game is going straight for the neck. Offensively, need to come out the gates hot. Miami Dolphins need to establish dominance on the offensive side of the ball and be well balanced. And the Miami Dolphins have been finding ways to be well balanced, and that's something that Dolphins fans and players, team, like whoever associates themselves with this team, cannot complain about. The Dolphins have had one of the best offenses, not only in the entire NFL right now, but of history. They're right now probably on track to be just as good or just right behind the greatest show on turf. So that's one of the more prolific offenses of all time, and the Dolphins are right there with them. So, yeah, keeping it balanced, having a good ground game, having a good air attack, protecting Tua. Those are very important things for this Miami Dolphins offense. So far, dominate. Stop that run game all entirely for the Philadelphia Eagles. Just be well out the gates. Don't, put yourself in situations that you're playing from behind for Miami Dolphins offense. And then lastly, I want to see some more turnovers. Dolphins haven't really been forcing turnovers as of late. One thing they've been doing really good is getting to the quarterback. Dolphins have 21 sacks and there was like 42 QB hits, and I think that was first in the NFL and then third in the NFL in terms of sacks. That's very good, but I want to see more turnovers. I want to see strip sacks. I want to see interceptions. I want to see just general forced fumbles. I want the ball to be loose, and I want the Dolphins to be getting it. So let's hope the Dolphins can capitalize on big mistakes. Last week, Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions to the New York Jets. I don't think he's going to do that this week. I think they're going to be very cautious with the ball and try to do what they did to the Minnesota Vikings, and that's pretty much bleed out the clock as much as possible. So that's why the Dolphins have to put an end to that very early on so they can play a little bit more game, balanced attack on Eagles offense so they could, put themselves in certain situations that the Dolphins could capitalize on. The injury to Xavier Howard is a little bit concerning, but from the way he's been speaking about it all week long, he's going to be good to go. Whether he's going to be 100% or not, that is definitely in question. But aside from that, it is what it is. But that pretty much wraps it up. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I definitely want to get this video out in time for you guys to watch within the next 24 hours before kickoff. And I'm super, super excited. I really wanted to go to this game. Unfortunately, things didn't work out that way. But, hey, you win some, you lose some, and it is what it is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and I'll catch you guys after the game. Peace.